No, Mr. Carnell, I expect you to die.
Welcome to amorephillyunion, the podcast where we hope the great pumpkin rises out of everyone's pumpkin patch. We are your hosts. I'm E,
I'm C.
And I'm Ball.
and a happy
Good grief.
Hallows Eve to all. Hope everyone's pumpkin patch is most sincere, and all the ghosts and ghoulies treat you well.
And you don't get too many rocks.
That is correct.
Yeah, so aside from the festive season, it's also been a festive-ish week, I think, for the Union. So let's just jump right into it. Game one of the quarterfinal of the Eastern Conference playoff leading up to MLS Cup. Yeah, that's a lot.
Make sure you get a big breath before you try to say all that.
Yeah, so game one's in the books, and the Union win.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're taking credit for this.
well, he was at the game, so
it's good to know. Good to know.
It's only weird when it doesn't work, right?
That's right.
So game one, Union Chicago. Union win it. It goes down to PKs. Yeah, we got a couple things to talk about. But actually, Paul, why don't you start us off? You were at this game.
I was.
What was the atmosphere like?
It was nice. It was definitely a playoff atmosphere. Stadium was packed. I mean, just to give you a feel, the 50-50 is normally around what 8 or 9,000. This game it got up over I think it was over 18,000 by the end.
Dang.
It was packed. There was a small section in the normal visiting fan section for some Fire fans, but they weren't that loud. And for the most part, it was just like I said, loud, really good crowd, a lot of people on their feet, a lot of fun to be there.
Yeah.
Now,
good weather
that
too.
Said, I know we're going to go through the starting lineups and all that, but man, It started out very frustrating with the way Chicago seemed to just be wasting time from the kickoff to try to get the penalty kicks.
So it had the vibe of we're happy to play for a draw and go to PKs.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, I think if playing the odds against Andre Blake, one shoot off, all right, maybe you'll beat Andre Blake. But if we start getting more into statistically meaningful sample sizes, it's like you're gonna lose. And by the way, if statistically meaningful sample sizes hasn't made you click on the subscribe button, I don't know what will. But let's talk about the lineup. I mean, this lineup, it's a playoff lineup. Guns blazing, I think. Our back four, Wagner, Macania, Glesnes, Harriel,
with Blake in net.
It's funny, Harriel, it's like he's a starter, but it's like, yeah, but I could see even like Westfield coming in for starting instead of Harriel. It's I think that's a totally kind of a 1-for-1. It feels like with the way he's been playing this season.
I kind of wonder if Bradley was riding Harriel's experience.
Yeah,
Harriel
I think so too.
He's played for a while longer than Westfield. Westfield certainly has.
Yeah,
proven his worth and his value to the team. So I think you're right. I think it's not a big. I think it's kind of a toss of the coin as to whether or not he's going to put Westfield or Harriel in. Both do a good job.
Yeah. In the midfield, stacked. I mean, we got our buddy cops there in the middle, Danley and Lukic. Indy starting in the wing. Bluesky's in because Sullivan is, obviously he's out for the season. And then up top, Damiani and Baribo.
Yep, that was a little different than the last time.
Yeah. I don't know. Any thoughts on that? I mean, Baribo makes sense. Damiani, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, those are those are the two big guns. They're the highest scorers, I believe. Well, I mean, Damiani obviously he's the $3 million man, so or $3.5 million man. So he's got that his name, definitely first on the sheet there. And then Baribo's just been playing very hot all season, so I'm not surprised to see him get a
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
I almost think that they play kind of similar, those forward roles kind of similarly. So kind of surprising to see them both in there, but also
Mm,
I think it's just we need goals, so let's get
Yeah.
the guys
right.
that should do it in
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, real quick, just to hop over to the Chicago side. Obviously, this is Jack Elliott's Chicago Fire. Um, but one of our Harry Potter crossover members here, Kuipers was there. But a little bit of a surprise was right before the game. And I'm going to kick this over to Chrissy to pronounce the name. The other top scorer for Chicago during practice, looks like he got
Oh,
injured.
yes.
Um,
Synchronnoggle.
there you go. Yeah, so
Hmm.
he was taken out for the game. So that was a
Yes.
bit of a surprise. Um,
Yeah,
you know,
fortunate for the Union. I mean, you don't
yeah,
Yes.
like to see a guy get injured before the game like that,
Right.
but
yeah,
good
arguably.
point. Um, Definitely changed the lineup for Chicago.
Yeah. So I know with this game, I feel like we could just jump to the second half almost.
Well, it's
Before
because
we do that,
Chicago kept trying to kill the game in the first half. I mean, they get a throw in, and the outside back would go over, walk about 3,000 feet up the sideline, get whistled back three times, and then he would drop the ball, and the center defender would come over and take the throw. And it was like every throw in took 2 minutes.
Hmm,
Just like every chance they had to slow the game down and waste time, it was surprising how they were doing that from the very, very beginning. I mean, it's soccer. It is part of the game. It's not illegal to do, but I did not expect to see that level of gamesmanship that early in the game.
Interesting, because I didn't
yeah,
clock that. And I'm not disputing it. I mean, you were there. It didn't register with me in the same way, but I think maybe it just goes to show watching at home, watching it in person can be two very different things.
I mean, I know that there were Union players like talking to the ref, like how many times are they gonna get whistled, or how much time are they gonna get to waste before you start wait,
Doing something.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It's interesting.
because basically like the first half was just almost frustrating to
yeah.
watch.
Mm,
I did like the um elevated gameplay from the Union in this game. I felt like Chris, I remember even said I said like I feel like I'm watching European soccer at some point because they just kept it
yeah.
moving, kept it moving, kept it moving.
Mhm.
Pass, press, attack, fall. The game had a nice, exciting flow to it. It just kept like they kept attacking. Obviously, nothing to fruition in the first half, but it just felt like they were, to use the boxing analogy, right? It's like two boxers just kind of feeling each other out. But I felt like the Union was launching continuous, cohesive, organized, in control kind of attacks. And so, I mean, it was frustrating because I felt like we should have, at this point, gotten something in the back of the net. But I mean, I was feeling hopeful at the start of the second half. Um, It did take a little while for that first goal to come in, so I was starting to get nervous by the time the first goal came in because I'm like, "Oh man, we're gonna go right to PKs in this first game." Um, that was true, but for a different, we took a different path to get there.
Yeah.
Um, do we just want to jump into that first goal?
I'm just trying to think through. I get I felt like the first half in particular was disjointed. Like the Union just couldn't seem to string passes together. I mean, that's credit to Chicago. They showed up with a game plan to muck it up,
Hmm.
and it worked for at least the first 69 minutes. Because as we'll talk about, the first goal happens in the 70th minute. But it just felt like the Union couldn't connect and couldn't get cohesive attacking opportunities. Definitely seemed like it broke a little bit more in the second half. Not surprising, players get a little tired. They're starting to
Hmm.
find understand how the defense is forming, and they start finding gaps in the
Yeah.
field for them to make runs and passes. And yeah, it was definitely better in the second half.
Yeah. I think maybe one thing contributing to it is the Union did make some subs about 5 minutes before the goal. Or came in for Damiani. So
Hmm.
having those Jets is going to put the Chicago defense a little bit more on the back foot, a little bit more stressed. Um, yeah.
Let's get into the goal.
Yeah, this goal, I mean, it was a work of art. You know,
This is Vasilev's
this is
goal.
Vasilev's goal, and it's just yeah. I mean, the I think it was that Aura who crossed it to him or Olaski? I can't.
Yes,
It was
it
Aura,
was
right?
over.
Who crossed it to Indy, and just the control, bringing the ball down off his chest, and then just such a narrow angle. Defender coming in at him, goalie coming out to close off the angles, and he just gets it in there. I mean, I can't think of a counter example at this point, but in terms of the Union's uh, performance this season amongst the Union goals, this feels like a goal of the year almost. Just the
Almost.
yeah,
Yeah, it
Hmm.
was really well worked down the right hand side. They got the ball to Aura in the top of the box, and Vasilev made a great run to the left side of the box, and Aura found him there. And like you said, he chested it down and just powers it far side again. The keeper
yeah,
makes the attempt at a kick save,
yeah.
but just misses.
Well, it's that too, right? Because the ball's going in low, and gravity can only help you so much.
Right.
That makes them much harder shots to block. And honestly, it's always, I'm going to paraphrase John Madden from The Replacements, and that is, I always like it when Indy scores. Or I always like it. I always like an Indy goal because you get the Indy goal and then the Indy celebration.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always so entertaining when he scores. And then we did get
Very
a little
silly.
bit of the what are we calling it now? The Indy shake,
Hmm.
the Vasilev shimmy. Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like kids should be able to dress up as Indy and do that for Halloween to get candy. But
Nice. Yeah, it was definitely electric in the stands. There were a good number of kids that were in the stands, so they definitely get excited when the Dupe song gets played,
Sure.
and things were definitely looking up. 70
yeah,
minutes or 70 minutes done, and Union finally find a way to through the Chicago defense with a really fine goal.
And then 5 minutes later.
yeah, right.
Hmm. Yeah.
We double our lead. I mean that again. I almost feel like Alaski is almost like the anti-Damiani, you know? And, Alaski was a big sign. I'm not saying it wasn't a big signing, but um, I mean, I think it's starting to boil down. Like he's probably a couple $100 a goal at this point, just the
He was on his way back to Europe,
yeah,
and we just sort of said, "Hey, hold on a sec.
Why
yeah,
don't you have a layover here in
Yeah,
Philly?
for like
yeah,
a
stop
few
by for a
months.
little bit."
Um,
Still don't understand what San Diego was thinking. I mean, I know there's something complex and sportsy about it, but it just doesn't make sense. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, yeah.
But
So
that goal, I
it was a
mean,
goal. Yeah.
you could almost see like the way he's moving. Lasky, like when he came into the 18, he kind of juked to the center, kind of getting a step on that defender. And I could almost seem like he did that juke just to try to possibly open up some passing lanes to the other players. And then like in that fraction of a second, he just saw like, no, I got a opportunity to shoot here.
That
And
was
just
Jack Elliott that he separated himself from.
that was Jack Elliott. Oh man.
And then
Um,
Lasky at that magic left foot,
yeah, he does.
just you know, far side, top corner,
Yeah,
beautiful finish.
yeah,
You said it was about 75th minute, Christy?
75th minute. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, that would
Hmm.
at that point. I mean, we all know 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer, but with
But
15 minutes to go,
yep,
it seemed like it was party time.
that's
Hmm. That's how I felt. I relaxed a little bit at that
yeah.
point and thought, okay,
It was your fault.
it was my fault. Too bad I was watching the game on delay. So
But
unless the space-time continuum
yeah,
has folded in on itself, it wasn't me
causality.
this time.
Yeah, causality is more of a suggestion for you. It's not a hard
Yeah.
and fast rule.
You'll
It
notice
was
too that I am saying nothing about Damiani because I feel like I've reached my quota for the season.
Yeah, that's right.
it was Schrodinger's soccer game.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. It was.
Um,
So, but then,
Stop
but
it.
do you want to
yeah,
talk more
Both
about the Eloski's goal or?
no, I mean, it was just, I mean, when I went in, I'm like, man, we're at the 75th minute, and I'm like, I'm feeling optimistic. And then once the clock hit
Hmm.
80, I'm like, man, this is
Hmm.
a great first game. We're gonna
Yep.
hopefully finish this 2-0.
Hmm.
And man, this is what we want going
I had
into
the
the,
fleeting 2-0, being a hard score, blah, blah, blah. But then I looked at the clock and I was like, yeah, it's
yeah,
certainly possible, but it's unlikely.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
no,
um, yeah, so then 84th minute.
yep. Chicago pulls one back. And I don't know if it was a corner. I think it was a corner, but it was
It
just
was.
a crush of people in front of the net there. And it just,
It
you
went
know,
off the upright and then bounced favorably right to a fire
yeah,
player in the middle of the net,
yeah.
middle of the goal.
It's basically almost like a 50-50. But at the 84th minute, they get a goal. I'm like, all right, okay.
Hmm.
We're still winning here. We only got to ride out whatever
Mhm.
And
six
they had
minutes
been
plus
pressing,
stoppage.
pressing, pressing,
Yeah,
so, but yes, write it out.
yeah. And then once stoppage time start, I'm like, all right, game one, it's going to be in the books. We got this. And yeah, kind of the
Another free kick. Ball comes off the wall, gets passed out to Elliott, and Elliott buries it from what, 25 yards out?
yeah, it was a wonder strike.
Here's the thing. You have to step back from your allegiances and appreciate the poetry of this to a certain extent, of Jack Elliott being the one to score this tying goal. Because, he didn't leave, from everything that I've understood, on the best terms with,
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying with the other players, but, with the leadership.
Hmm.
He felt he was worth more and they weren't willing to pay it. And,
Yeah,
he went on to Chicago and he's been a big fish in that pond. And so that's probably been all for the best. But as upset as I was about him scoring, I thought, well, but there is something kind of appropriate about this that I'm
yeah,
somehow can't be mad at,
yeah,
you know. Um, as I was still, cussing and wondering how in the hell that we had lost a 2-0 lead.
yeah.
But
I, I
anyway.
I will also add to that was I really appreciate it when he scored that goal. I thought it was really like classy, like no celebration. You
Yes,
know,
you did say
his
that.
teammates are coming up. They're high fiving him, and that's all fine and good. But just
Mhm.
total respect.
Business.
You know, tip of the hat. So I
Mhm.
really respect and appreciate that.
No, it's a good point. Yeah, I agree. Jack's always been pretty stand up, and uh,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought he would have rubbed it in any team's face,
yeah,
much less his former
yeah,
team there.
yeah.
There's plenty of fans that still liked him. Um,
Sure.
Although
but
with
yeah,
the
that was
eye
tough.
patch thing, it did feel like this could have been the evil Jack Elliott and not the
Cap
you
and
know
Jack.
from the
Bizarro
parallel
Jack Elliott.
universe. Bizarro, exactly. Bizarro Jack Elliott. Um, But yeah, that's where I felt a little. Well, that's when I absolutely felt the wind kind of go out of our sails. We're like, oh man, we're going to
Not
And
this,
then
PKs.
not like this.
Not like
Yeah.
I don't know about
this.
you guys, but I had to look up the rules. I was like, all right, what are the rules for MLS playoff soccer and how this all going to work? So, yeah, I knew it did, we found out it goes straight from regulation time to PKs.
Yeah, which I
We had
think.
talked about it a
Yeah,
little bit last week, and I think in at the time when we were talking about it, in my head, that was only for the third game. But then, of
yeah,
course, that stopped making sense the more I thought about it because you do need to have winners for these games. So,
hmm
and then the very helpful announcers did say that it was
yeah,
many times that when it was still 0-0, they were saying, well, if it stays like this, it's going to go to PK straight to PK. So
yeah,
we had the benefit of a bit of commentary track.
yeah.
So there was that. So, you know, commence fetal position for me. Um, yeah, it wasn't, I don't know. And, copious words I won't use on this podcast, but
So
yeah.
I'm trying to remember the Union's penalty kick taking order,
So Ora went first,
right?
and the
The keeper
Chicago keeper
blocked it.
stopped it,
Yep.
Mhm.
and that felt even more wind go out of our sails. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I was just like, oh no. I mean,
My
I was
heart
starting to
went
have,
somewhere else in my body. I don't know where.
yeah, I was getting flashbacks to
Yeah.
LAFC, you
Yep.
know. Um,
Yeah. Forever scarred.
yeah. But I think the MLS writers, I think they kind of they did their research for putting together this game, because then Jack Elliott went next,
Which
and
was a little surprising.
to have him go first.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, I mean, as a defender, you would have thought they would have run it forward out there.
Yeah, I mean he's the captain now, so I don't know if that
Yeah.
maybe leading the charge, but
And he did score that beautiful second goal. So,
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
kind of his work for the game was done. Like he could have just you're like, all right, guys, I'll be in the locker room. I'm out. Uh,
Mike, drop.
but now I'm trying to remember. It didn't the goal didn't go in, but I think Blake stopped that one. I felt like
Yes, he did.
because I remember feeling
He
like
got
this.
a hand to it. It went
Yeah.
off the upright and then he
Yes.
smothered it.
Yes, that's right. Um, and I felt like it was a nice neutralization, right? Like their
Mhm.
guy stopped our aura, we stopped Elliot. Okay,
We are back to the beginning.
we're back to the beginning. Um, yeah, and then pretty much we were flawless from there on out.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
'Cause who else took penalty kicks for the Union?
so it was next was Westfield,
Yep.
uh, which I thought was a pretty big, that was a
Yeah.
big deal. Like fairly more of a, not one of the more less seasoned players to be given that. I thought was pretty cool. Olaski went next,
Hmm.
uh, Baribo. And before we get to the last one, um, Chicago, their fourth guy goes up, Waterman, and oh man, he dinks it off the crossbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opens the door for the Union to seal it.
Yeah. I I think the only thing it's always a pain in the butt when it's a PK shootout that's going to decide the winner of a game. But you know,
Hmm.
I always like to see goals not count because the keeper stopped it, as opposed to just skying the ball, going wide, off the post. But it didn't hurt that bad since it wasn't our team doing it this time. Um,
Yeah. Isn't that the truth?
But there
but
was still some time wasting during this PK process.
yeah, there's a little bit of
Oh,
a
that weird
kerfuffle.
dust up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The gamesmanship with picking the ball up and walking around with it and going over to talk to your keeper after you take your shot is
yeah,
just silliness.
yeah.
A little frustrating. But then, yeah, Choo Choo wins it.
Yeah, and well, Juju's getting up to the PK spot, and Chris, I remember saying like, don't don't mess around with this, don't stutter step, don't just
Oh, yeah. I was very afraid of that because that's death to me. Like,
yeah,
4 times out of 5. It just seems like
Yeah.
don't be cute. I think I kept saying don't be cute, don't be
Don't be
cute, don't
cute.
be
Yeah,
cute.
yeah,
Because I just wasn't sure.
Right.
And I knew what I mean, man, from the angle we were watching it from, it looked like just a practice shot when the game was over. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah.
hardly looked, I mean, I know it was much more difficult than that, but
It was
that's
a
what it looked
cute
like.
shot. It was a little cute.
It was a little cute, but it wasn't
Yeah,
all that dancing around stuff that inevitably backfires.
yeah. But it did not, the shot, I don't know what it looked like in the stadium, Paul, but the shot did not look very powerful. It just looked like
No.
a cheeky little, I'm gonna watch which way the keeper goes and then just tap it to the other side.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much what it
Yeah.
was.
Um,
Yeah,
the
definitely
the
not one of those shots that's trying to, burn through the back of the net.
yeah,
No.
yeah,
Yeah, which is fine.
yeah.
That kind of cue I can stand. It's the, am I going to go this way or am I going to go this way? Which always, when they try to act too much, it's like, guys, no.
hmm But
Yeah.
yeah, goes in. So I gotta imagine it got pretty loud in the stadium, Paul.
Oh yeah. Real loud.
Yeah,
A lot of cheering. Although I think by then people were ready to get going because it was a Sunday night and
yeah,
school and work the next morning.
yeah.
Nate and I did stick around to verify that Blake got to beat the one to beat the drum at the end, and he
Oh, good.
did.
Nice.
It was good to see Quinn Sullivan, bang the drum at the start of the game, and then
Oh
obviously
yeah.
making essentially 2 stops during the PKs, crossbar and the one off the upright
hmm
that he did save off of Elliott. Blake earned the honor
Mm-hmm.
of man of the
Mm-hmm.
match.
Right.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was you had texted us about that. It was a classy move to have Quinn do the drum at the
hmm
beginning.
Yeah, hopefully Mel and Jim didn't spoil too much for you.
No,
Oh.
no. I actually didn't even look at the text until after we watched the game.
It's because
Yeah.
after Vasilev's
Yeah.
goal, our cousins, they texted, because it was Vasilev, and
Yeah.
they love
Right.
they love Vasilev.
And they're from
Yeah.
St.
Yeah.
Louis,
Yeah.
so right.
I had a suspicion. I just my phone would buzz and then I just see it's like, it's Mel, it's Jim. I'm like, okay, this is either really bad or it's really good. And I don't think they
Yeah.
would be like, you know,
I almost want to ask them if they're getting tickets to the game
oh
in
gosh, that's right.
Oh
Chicago.
They're
my
in
gosh.
Chicago. Yeah.
They should.
They should.
They should
Should like
represent.
overnight some Philly swag. They can wear it at the game.
Oh
Oh
man.
man. Um, real quick, the PKs going directly to PKs after 90 minutes. I
Yeah.
gotta say, just giving it a little bit of thought, I kind of like it just because it's mindful of the toll that this tournament is going to have on the player. So it's kind of like
Hmm.
after 90 minutes, we're not going to run you guys for another 30. We're just going to go straight to PKs. You get the whole week to recover before you play your next game. Um, I don't know. I kind of like it as much as PKs deciding a winner. I'm kind of on the fence about, or kind of not a big fan
Well,
of. I did
we're
like
not going
to
to
just
reinvent
go right
PKs.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not going to reinvent that whole system in this tournament.
yeah,
So I think that's a really good point.
yeah,
Um, and
Yeah, I mean, I
I
think
mean, it's Don
we
Garber's sop to the fact that we have to do 3 games for this first
yeah,
round too.
yeah.
But
yeah.
anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
No, I think we talked a bit about it last week, whether how many games that go to overtime actually get decided in overtime.
Yeah.
hmm
And if that's very, very few, then I think it does make sense just to skip it and go straight to PKs.
Yeah,
Although
yeah,
personally, I would still rather see a game finish from a goal
Oh, sure.
during the game than in a PKs.
yeah,
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's not an uncommon opinion among soccer
No,
fans.
yeah.
no. Scoops was just saying how much she hates them tonight. But yeah, it's yeah, I think it's the best they can do under the circumstances, under these bizarro playoff circumstances. But
Yeah. All right.
so
So,
yeah, so We may
Yeah,
not sound
Union.
excited. We are excited. It's a bit late. And it's been a long day for all. So, we are excited. I think I was a little, I don't know how I felt after that game. It made me a little nervous. Um, just,
PKs always do.
I
Yeah.
think maybe that's all it is. I don't know. I mean, at least we came out on top, so we have two more opportunities.
Yeah, I will say too that, this 3-game series for the quarterfinal, straight to PKs at the end of a game if it's still after regular time if it's drawn. Like for me, my superstition, it does help with that. Meaning, like normally in tournaments, I always find that if a team that I'm supporting plays somebody else, they go to PKs and they win on PKs. I feel like almost always the next game they play, they lose, right? Because for whatever reason, maybe they're, all that extra time and all that, they're just that much more fatigued when they go on to the next game. However, for this tournament, it's like, no, we played Chicago. We went to PKs with Chicago. The next team we play is Chicago. So any sort of
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
negative effect, it cancels out on both sides. So it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, so while you know, we tied 2-2 and then went to PKs, I did like how the Union were playing, especially in that second half. The fact that we went to PKs with Chicago, okay, it's kind of the slate's wiped clean. So it's like we won this game. Now let's go to Chicago and let's just, keep playing like we did in the second half of this first game.
Well, our listeners had some thoughts on how this game was going to turn out. This was posted before the
Mm-hmm.
match. It probably bled into the match a little bit just because of the way the stories work on Instagram and options for how we were going to do in this little series was basically Chicago goes down in two, Chicago goes down in three, and I told you still biting my nails. So 73% Chicago goes down in two,
Okay.
No.
27% I told you still biting my nails. So
Mm.
those are the folks who remember LAFC. I
Nobody
feel
picked
like
Chicago in 3.
nobody.
Wow, interesting. It's
Zero.
polarized here.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna find out, right? This weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's I guess an earlier game. It's 5:30 East Coast time at least. Um yeah, and it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. What do you aside from the Union winning, right? Because I think last week we were kind of all in agreement that we kind of wanted to see the Union win this series in two. We'll take the little extra rest time, um, even though that might interfere with the what's it called? Like, losing the rhythm a little bit. But I don't know. What are you guys hoping to see on Saturday?
A win in regulation and healthy players at the end of the game.
Yeah. I want to see Jack Elliott like holding like a white Persian cat, like and
No,
and
Mr. Carnell, I expect you to die.
do you expect me to lose?
oh, good God.
You volunteered
Anyway,
for
Uh,
this, Christy.
I did.
yeah.
I did. Um, yeah. Let's end it in two.
How about you, E?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to see the win. I like to see be great to do a clean sheet. And I want Indy to get another goal. I think that'd be awesome. I mean,
That would be fun.
our forwards absolutely, but Indy, I want to see more of the Indy shake.
God love him.
Yeah. Uh, but for some reason, if I had to put a wager a cup of coffee, I feel like Alaski's got another one coming out
Oh,
I
of
for
don't
this.
sure.
know. Lukic had that goal, that shot
Mm,
early in this game.
Mm.
That half volley shot that he
hmm
had. That
Yeah.
was a laser that missed by like 2 feet.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was a
You-
that was a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
Would
I was
love
just
to
thinking
see
I
it.
would like to see him score because I think he would be so pleased to do so.
Oh gosh.
Just having, watched some things about him this week and how pleased he is to be in Philly and, all
I
that stuff.
love that how that draw of the state of Pennsylvania, and he just drew it as a
Drew a
heart.
heart. God
Oh,
bless
this
him.
guy, man. This guy.
I mean,
He's like
yeah,
the Serbian Latu.
but like more, like even more so. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
whose accent's easier to understand?
Oh,
Oh, no
Lukic.
question. Lukic, yeah.
I mean, I
100%.
love the French accent on Latu. I don't get me wrong, but like, yeah.
We
I
do
think
know
it's
someone who does not, and that is Scoops. Scoops would happily start a petition to have him replaced by Shannon Williams
Oh.
permanently.
I think
Um,
it's funny because when he gets excited, his accent becomes more
Oh
unintelligible.
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Latu's
Yeah.
accent. It's
Correct.
more
Yeah.
Correct.
unintelligible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would love to see Lukic score. I would
Yeah.
let's just score. How about everybody just score?
Yeah.
Just
Let's
all
just do it.
11, even
Just
Yeah.
money.
all 11.
I
Whoever's out there.
I want to see like a special appearance by Ray Gaddis and he scores. Because remember that there was that one meme going around like if when Ray
If Ray
When Ray
scores,
scores,
we
scores, we
riot.
riot.
we riot.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that's the one thing like somewhere there's a universe out there where Ray Gaddis did score for the Philadelphia Union. Um, but
One of the multiverses. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. So
Um,
yeah, here we
mo-
go. All Saints Day. The All Saints Day special. I don't
there
know.
we go. Yeah. Kind of dovetailing into all this, I know the union's posting there's some watch parties around the area.
Hmm.
Yeah, Chickies and Pete's in Drexel Hill, PJ Willihan's in Downingtown, and Brauhaus Schmitz in
On
Philly.
South Street. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my pick to go to.
Yeah, that's a nice venue.
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean, they're big Union supporters all
yeah,
the time and
absolutely.
always have been.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
That's cool.
Real quick, one bit of other union news is that Glavinovich and the union have mutually agreed to a contract termination.
I'm a little surprised
Interesting.
about that, but not terribly so since Markanya's come on so well and
Mm,
Yeah,
Glavinovich has been out for so long.
yeah. I mean, hopefully when they say mutual, it actually is mutual.
yeah.
They didn't do the uh, Al Pacino Ocean 13 thing to Ruben. But
Mhm.
that was on the other night, so that's why it's
Yeah.
fresh in my mind.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
if not, go see Ocean's 13. It's
Go see all the Ocean's movies
yeah,
over and over
that's
again. You won't regret it. Um,
Yeah, not a big surprise that
no,
Glavinovich isn't coming back, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
no.
hopefully he gets onto a program then that he can get back on his feet and yeah,
Yep.
start developing.
Sorry, Jan, we hardly knew you.
Yeah.
Seems like just yesterday we're trying to figure out how to say his name.
Don't worry,
That's
I'm
right.
sure they'll bring somebody else in who will also
Yeah.
have trouble finding it.
Aristigieta?
Yeah,
Or Stas, what's his name? We'll have to have Jillian tell us how to pronounce
yeah,
Stas's
yeah.
last name on Union too.
We just gave up and started calling Aristigieta
Rusty.
Rusty.
Yeah.
I wish we had had a podcast then. That would have been more fun. Um, yeah. So that's interesting, but I guess yeah, not a huge shocker.
No, no.
Yeah. Uh, it's if they don't win, it's gonna hurt me. I told you last time I'm not necessarily emotionally equipped for this whole postseason.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll just have to
But hey,
see.
we get one
So
more home game if they do
Yeah, I
have to
know,
go to a
right?
third game. I agree. I'd rather just win it in Chicago and move
Hmm.
on. And I certainly think they can.
Yeah.
if anybody would like to send me emotional support plush toys to get me through this,
Or cats.
Yeah.
or well, there
Kittens.
depends on the cat.
What DM
Um,
our Instagram account?
Yeah, let me know. It's a lot. It's an emotional toll. I'm far more invested than I realized.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, we're looking forward to get to one of the playoffs games. It's
Mhm.
just, I guess at this point, any playoff game we go to see the unit, it's going to be an elimination game.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we're gonna have to buckle up for that one. So
Yep. Gird the old loins.
yeah, right. The only no baggage playoff game was this past weekend. And
Damn it.
well,
Oh well. Yep.
you have to
I'll
suffer
be
for your
strong.
art.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah. But anyway, that's awesome. Strong start ish. I only say ish because of the giving up 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but came through, made it through PKs, and we move forward
Yeah.
to Chicago.
All right. Come on, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this. Please, for the love of God, let's do this. All right.
All
What do you
right.
think?
Well,
Anything else, kids?
I think we're good.
Yeah, I
I'm
think so.
good.
All right. Well, if you want to reach out to us, you can find us at our website, amorephillyunion.com. You can send us any sort of comments or questions via email or through socials, particularly Instagram's a good one. And we'll be happy to respond and include as needed as that's yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. So you can email us at pod@amorephillyunion.com on Instagram, YouTube, Threads, and Bluesky. We are a More Philly Union. We have our very fun and eclectic Spotify playlist. Just search for that and look for the one with the little music notes on it. And that's, as we call, the official soundtrack to the More Philly Union podcast. If you want some More Philly Union swag to go along with your listening experience, you can do that. You can check out our online store. Just go to our website or check out the link on our link tree. Be sure to download and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get yours. And while you're at it, go show some love to one of our favorite forces for good in the world, the Philadelphia Union Foundation. You can check them out at philadelphiaunionfoundation.org. So thanks everyone for tuning in to another episode of A More Philly Union. We are your hosts. I'm E.
I'm C.
And I'm Paul. Go Union. It's .com.
What was the thing called
Whiskey,
when
yeah, whiskey.
in Ocean's 13 when a Billy Martin. That's right. They're going to offer him a Billy Martin.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me guess. You're offering me a Billy Martin? Pass. So you're not going to make him whole. If Ruben is too stupid to know when he's, out of his league,
Jesus,
then
you know 13 pretty well.
13's a good one.
There's a good
12's
one.
the weakest of the group.
And even that
Yeah, but
week
it's still a
one
good
is a great
movie.
one.
It's
I
still
understand why people
How
don't
do I-
like it, but
we
I
were
like
talking
it.
about it on Presidency the other day, and it was like Ocean's 12 was, hey, let's all go to vacation at George Clooney's house in Lake
And make a
Como,
movie.
and we'll make a movie, and we'll write it all off.
Which is very much in the spirit of the actual original Ocean's 11,
Yes.
which was, hey, we're all playing the strip. Let's just make a movie while we're here.
Yep.
I mean, they just shot it when they weren't performing, and it
Yep.
was very cobbled together. So, but I think it, yeah, I mean, in a way, if you think about it, it's sort of, you know how the second movie in a trilogy is often the weakest because it's just sort of bridging.
Unless your Empire Strikes Back.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Best movie
Yeah,
ever
whatever.
made.
Just because there's an ice planet.
Yes, with giant walking robots they taken out with ropes and around their legs. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's airtight. It's airtight.
Look, I don't.
It's objectively
I'm
true.
not even gonna
It
fight
is
this.
scientific fact.
Yeah.
Empire
I don't
Strikes
care.
Back is the best of all of the Star
Yeah.
Wars movies.
I don't care.
I know you don't.
I
care,
don't-
but
I don't care.
as the annoying little brother, I have to be very opinionated about that.
I'm just envisioning Christie's new podcast. I would call like a more Ocean's 11.
I thought you were gonna say about two morons because I'm just gonna make it about working with you two. It's gonna be behind the scenes of this.